Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is MonkeyPutter with a look at 2K's recently released gameplay trailer for PGA Tour 2K25. Now before we take a deep dive look at the trailer, let's watch it through first. But please note that I've changed the background music for copyright reasons. However, I have included a link below so that you can see and hear it in its original form. I'll speak to you again in a couple of minutes. Bye for now. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll have a look through the video and then we'll pick up on things as we go through it, and we'll pause it occasionally, and I'll give you my personal thoughts, and we'll see if we can shed a little bit of light on what we might be able to expect come launch day at the end of February. Now, the first thing I've noticed before I've even pressed play is that we've got Tiger's Sunday Red, the new franchise. There's the logo, which is pretty cool. The crowds look better. Now, it said the best golf game yet. I certainly hope they're right, because myself, like most of you, if not all of you, are really excited to get hands on this one. Now, you saw there briefly there was a guy with a camera. Now, I think that's something that they picked up on in EA Sports' last golf game. Now, we've got Royal Portrush is going to be included in the game, which is where the 153rd British Open Golf Championship is going to be held. Now, just looking at the grass texture there, it's difficult to tell really from a video if that's better or the same as 2K23. I would say it's better. Now, this is Matthew Fitzpatrick. Good likeness. Oh no, I like that. The club twirl when he's happy with the shot he's just hit. That's class. Now, I wonder if that's something that's going to be automatic when you hit a good shot, or whether you can hit a button on your controller or the keyboard to make your player react in a certain way, because that would be pretty cool. You could have different buttons for different reactions. Say if you were really pleased with the shot, you could twirl the club like you've just seen Max Homer do there. Or if you were unhappy with it, maybe put your head down, look sad or whatever. But it would give you more control over the player's response to the shot that he or she has just hit. So that would be a pretty cool feature to have. So we'll continue on. Okay, now here we can see where you configure your player. So this is your player customization screen. You can see it across the top here. You've got head, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, cheeks and jaw. And you can select a preset, and then you should be able to customize that preset to make it look maybe more like yourself or something completely random or outrageous. So that's obviously the female player screen. Just looking in the top right hand corner here, you can see you've got the virtual coins. So that's the same as we had before. So you'll be able to spend those in the Pro Shop and to buy additional items, the ball kits, etc. Now I'm assuming the balls options will be the same in the new game, but I've not seen confirmation of that as yet. Now this is interesting. It looks like you've got specific items of clothing which will only apply to certain body types. So in this example, the Adidas polo shirt will only apply to body type B. So not quite sure how that's going to work out. It'd be nice if you could put whatever clothing you liked on any body type, but we'll see. Now this is the male customization screen. Okay, now I'm just looking at the graphics here on this screen. It looks pretty cool. You look at the player's shoes there, you can see the details of his spikes. Not metal spikes, they're the plastic grips. Even the creases in the trousers. Yeah, that does look pretty cool, I have to say. Right, we'll carry on. Yeah, the crowd definitely looks better. Tiger with his traditional Bridgestone golf ball. Now, this is one of the biggest things that I've seen coming into the game. They've changed the swing mechanics to something that they're calling Evo Swing. Now, if you look on the right hand side there, this is the new swing meter. If we continue playing through there, we'll just pause it there for a second. So now it's broken down into additional sections. You've got contact, rhythm, transition and swing path. Now the contact is a new introduction. So I'm just looking at the graphic on the right there to determine which part of that refers to the contact. I'm guessing it's at the top here. You can see that kind of blue area here, and similarly down the bottom as well. And you've managed to stop the white dot in that blue square, and I think that dictates that it's a perfect contact. Now the rhythm may be, you've got an outer circle, blue circle here, and an inner blue circle. Now let me see if I can go back a few seconds. We'll just play that little bit again. Okay, now you can see here that Tiger's just hit the shot. You can see the ball animation in the circle there. It's not clear from that exactly how that's going to work. Another club twirl. Okay, then we've got Matthew Fitzpatrick here in a bunker. Let's just go back a little bit. I love that club twirl. Now this is the you can see here we've got some spin that's being shown. So looks like left stick. Now I really hope this isn't spin that you put on after you've struck the ball, because I know EA have done that, but that would be, in my personal opinion, far too arcadey. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so if we take a look at this, this is the bunker shot that Matthew Fitzpatrick has just played. Now if we look at the contact, can you see that the white dot at the top is just to the left of that white square? And that appears to dictate that the club face was closed by 5.55 degrees in this example. Now we've got perfect rhythm and perfect transition at 90%. Now we've got this area here, this kind of, I call it a fan-like shape here, and you've got a similar one down the bottom, and you've got this line that runs all the way through the circle. Now I'm guessing here that that area and that area there will tie into either the rhythm or the transition or both. I'm still interested to know exactly what these blue circles are, whether they have any bearing on the quality of your golf shot or not. Now down here at the bottom it says swing path is slightly pulled by 2.24 degrees. So I'm guessing that is because the white dot is just to the right of the square, the white square. So you've got closed at contact, so that's obviously when you strike the ball, and then your swing path is determined by the bottom part here. That's what it looks like. So we'll carry on. Okay, now this guy, this is quite cool as well. He's obviously hit a bad shot, and you can see that the ball is starting to go out to the right. And can you see here, he's actually let go of the club. Now for those of you that play real golf, you will know exactly how that feels. You've hit a shot, you know instantly you haven't hit it right, and you let go with one hand, or you may even let go with both hands, I don't know, but I've certainly been there myself. I've hit a shot, I've either hit a massive slice or a massive hook, and I've let go with one hand. It's kind of a natural thing really, and it's nice to see that they've introduced that into the game just to add the realism. Now if we try and play that through a little bit more. Okay, so if we now take a look at the swing meter on the right hand side, you can see that the contact is plus, so he's gone to the right of the I'm going to call it a square. It's red on this occasion, but I'm going to call it a square. It's gone to the right of that square by quite a bit, by 16.99 degrees. So that's where he's basically carved it out right. The rhythm was off. The transition was off. And we've got, he's pushed it here. Now remember the previous one we looked at was a pull. And you can see there that the the white dot is just to the left of the square. So that's where he's hit the push. I may have got that wrong, but because a push is usually to the right and a pull is usually to the left. I think that's what it is though. Okay, so we'll carry on for a moment. Now he's hit the perfect swing here, as you can see. So contact is perfect. The dot is right in the middle. The transition is perfect, which I'm still unclear as to which element of this is the transition. And there's a slight element of a pull because, oh, I think I get it. Okay, so the idea here is that if you were to take a straight line from that square to that square above it, it will give you obviously a straight line, but that would be your swing plane. So with the swing path, if your white dot is just to the right of the square, it means you're swinging from out to in, which will naturally give you a pull. If your white dot is to the left of the square, you're swinging from in to out, which potentially could give you a push. I mean, you might want to do that if you're going to hit a draw anyway, but I think that may be what that means. It's to do with, if you think of your swing plane as a straight line, if your line is coming across you there, so if we just use that as an example, actually, follow that line there right through to there, you can see that from the bottom to the top, that's going from effectively left to right or an in to out swing. So I think that's what that means by the swing path in terms of this this graphic here. So let's continue a little bit more. Okay. Some great animations on this. I love the way that she forcefully put the club in the bag as if she's like saying, do you know what? I'm here. I'm the best. Try and beat me kind of thing. Now this is taking a look at the ranked matchmaking. So we've got the matchmaking, which I'm guessing is similar to what we have in 2K23, where you can play against other players online. Might be an option as well to play against the pros within the game, so you'll be playing against an AI player. You've got the option here to join with a room code. Well, that's the same as we have in 2K23, where you want to play with somebody online. They might be on a different platform, so you might be on PC, they might be on Xbox or PlayStation. You can send them a code, they can join your game and you can play together. Now we've got leaderboards. Now I don't think we have leaderboards at the moment, unless this is to replace the ranked seasons, which is a possibility, I guess. Because what I'm curious to know is how this version of the game may or may not impact on TGC tours. Now, for those of you that don't know, TGC tours is an online website that works independently from 2K. It's not affiliated. They do have an API that connects into the game so that your scores get automatically uploaded, but you can take part in weekly events. It's really, really good, I have to say. And I'm wondering if 2K are going to try and introduce their own version of TGC tours. Now, obviously, that remains to be seen, but something like leaderboards that may fall under that category, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see. So we carry on. Now, I have to say, I love that. I love that outfit. That is so cool. It's like you want to finish playing a round of golf and then go line dancing, or maybe go to a rodeo. Okay, so we've got this condor here, which is the similar thing to what we're seeing at the moment in the ranked matches. So it looks like that's going to remain, and that may be what they're referring to as leaderboards. They're just calling it a different name, but it might fundamentally be the same thing. Now that's pretty cool as well. Can you see here the player animation? The guy has clearly sliced it massively right. So he's indicating to the crowd and the volunteers at the event that the ball has gone miles right by pointing with his arm and his finger. Nice attention to detail, that. Just looking at the crowd again, not massively detailed, but probably an improvement on what we have at the moment in 2K23, but not overly detailed. Good crowd reaction there when the ball landed in amongst them. Now take your progress to the next level. So XP is still in the game. So you get XP awarded for completing a round. If you complete any of the course challenges, you get additional XP. And there's a difficulty bonus as well. I'm not sure exactly what the difficulty bonus would be. It might be the weather conditions, the speed of the greens, but we'll have to wait and see. Now then, this is a look at, looks like your player configuration. So they've just called it Pro Golfer, but that could be your own name in there. Powerhouse, that's obviously an archetype. So they kept the archetypes in the game. Contact determines hook slicer. Here we go. So this is where you can configure your player and change the attributes. So it looks like the attributes are individually configurable. So you've got power, contact, shaping, rhythm, putt weight, putt rhythm, swing path correction, recovery, transition, putt contact, putt path. And the fact that you can see here it's showing the right stick shows that you can change this value. So that's that looks a different way of doing things, because at the moment I think it's done through the skills within your clubs. So this player here, he's got an overall rating of 84, and I'm guessing that the green band here shows how much he's increased. Okay, let's go back a little bit here. Now this looks like the club configuration screen. So you've got, let's have a look. So at the moment in this example, you've got the 2K Classic F01 driver, and you've got levels here which you can increase and ultimately get it up to Evo. Shows you the contents of your golf bag. These, because they've got a dot next to them, I'm guessing they might be attributes that you've just picked up. So this shows here where it's being changed. Now this is cool. This is one of the things I've been really looking forward to. They are increasing the number of shot types that you can play. Now you can see here that we've got the Stinger, So if you want to hit a very low chasing ball, the stinger is the way to go. You might want to keep it under the wind, or you might want to just chase it up. On links golf courses, you play a lot of chasey shots. So there's your stinger. And we've got choked up. Now this is really handy. This is one I'm particularly looking forward to, because I often find that I'm in between clubs. So it's like, do I hit 7-iron or do I hit an 8-iron? Do I hit a 7-iron, increase the loft, which I do a lot. But it looks like now I'll be able to hit, if I understand the terminology correctly, I'll be able to hit a 7-iron but choke up on it a bit so that it doesn't go the full distance. So it'll enable me to play a shot which is kind of halfway between clubs, if that makes sense. Now it looks like now we're going on to career mode. Now this I've seen in other sports games over the years. This is where you develop your player, where they get followers. So in this example here, this player has got 34.6 thousand followers. Now what we got here, hey pro, I just got word that you just signed on with our agency. You got time for a quick chat. Okay, so this again, this is looking at the career mode. So it's going to add some depth to the career mode. Now my only slight concern with things like this is that I personally don't want to spend too much time in these sorts of screens having chats with management or whatever. I want to play golf. I'm a golfer. You know, I have an agent that would handle all this sort of thing. Now this, because this particular example here, he's talking about an agency, that may be what it's all about. So I may have got the wrong end of the stick, but it is another dimension to career mode. Okay, so we can see here, I focus on one shot at a time and try not to let the rankings. And we've got some values here as well. How do you handle the pressure that comes with being number one? So I guess this is where you can increase your followers. If you interview well and you answer the questions well, you can increase your followers. And I'm just going to try and go back a little bit in a moment. I just want to take a look at that player that came up. He came up really quickly. There. Now, can you see the build of this player? He's a bigger, stocky guy. Now, I'm guessing based on that as part of the player creation, you can customize the face, the hair, etc. But one of the things you couldn't do in 2K23 is you couldn't change your build size. You couldn't have a skinny player or a fat player. They were all the same build. You could change the height, but you couldn't change the build. So that's a nice addition as well to make it a bit more flexible. I've just noticed down here as well, you've got personality. In this case it's bold. So that's kind of the lion icon on the left. In the golden area, you've got white in the middle and blue on the right hand side. So that's just his personality after 2 weeks by the looks of it, and it runs for 3 weeks. And here's the answers you can select. Focus on one shot at a time. The other should feel the pressure. I lean on my support system. I thrive under pressure. So you can pick your answers, and whichever answer you pick will determine your personality and how you're perceived by your fans, basically. Like I say, I've seen that feature in other games, and I can't think off the top of my head which ones they were, but I've definitely seen that feature before. It might have been the FIFA games in the past. I think it could be actually. Okay, now this bit here, this looks like it could be a bit of a heartbeat moment. We just go back a little bit. So we've got the golfer here She's just about to play a putt. It's clearly going to be a good one. You can see that the video image changes. It zooms in on the hole. And then you get a nice slow-mo as the ball dropped. And then you get the player's reaction. So I think that's a kind of a heartbeat moment for when you do a good shot. And that's not a bad thing. I quite like that, to be fair. That's one of the... To be honest with you, that's one of the few things that I actually liked in the... So we've got the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow. We've got the US Open. Chunky Divot. And we've got the Open. I have to say, it does look pretty good. I can't wait to play this game. Okay, so this is what you get if you pre-order, and this applies to all 3 versions of the game. So whether you're ordering Legend, Deluxe, or Standard, you will get this pack. So you get the extra butter Adidas jacket, the Adidas hat, and the Adidas shoes. And you also get Chris McDonald as a playable character, which I think is quite cool as well, actually. Really looking forward to playing as him in the game. Let's go on a little bit more. I think it's coming to an end now. Yeah, so there we go. So, I mean, there's lots to be kind of excited about. We still don't know the finer details. We've got a rough idea as to what we're going to see in the new game, and I'm sure that over the next 2 or 3 weeks leading up to launch, we'll get a lot more detailed information from 2K. But I, for one, am really excited about this, and I can't wait to play it. And I should be playing it from Friday the 21st of February. I'll be doing a live broadcast, a simultaneous broadcast on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. So if you could hit that subscribe button, and then I will see you then, and we'll run through my first look at the game together. If you have any questions, I will answer them for you, and we'll just have a great time on the golf course. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button down below, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. Well, take care everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye now.